Hey guys, you already know what type of day it is. It's your Chelsea Afia, and today I'm doing a Instagram makeup look versus real life makeup look, and I definitely have fun doing this type of challenge, type of trend, type of video because like you can really see a difference when you do a full glam dramatic look versus like your everyday makeup look that you can wear to school, to work, to the gas station, to your ting's house, your mom, like you already know. So yeah, and I can't believe I did this. Like seriously, I can't believe that whenever I go out to like a party for like whenever I film a video with these type of makeup looks, like I can't believe it turns out like this. It really turns out like this. And then for every day when I go to school and stuff, it turns out like this. Like what? Yeah, but if you want to watch me do all of this, then keep on watching. For my eyebrows, whether if I'm doing a full glam makeup or everyday makeup, I just like to have a nice sharp base because yeah, my eyebrows are messy. So I just grab any black shadow that I have. Literally, this is the most pigmented black I have. It's from Sleek, and I don't know, I'm running out. For the Instagram side, I usually go for a more thicker brow with a nice arch. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And for the real life side, I like to go for a natural brow. I like to go for a natural brow. I like to go for a natural brow, so I don't do any much filling, but I just give it more shape. You know what I mean? As you can see, I'm grabbing less product because, like I said, natural brows are the key for everyday makeup look. So that is a complete difference. Like, look at this. I already have thick eyebrows, but like, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my eyes. Sometimes it varies for the everyday look depending if I want to do eye makeup or not, but I like to do my eyes first for a full glam Instagram makeup because hella fallout, okay? Because so much eyeshadows back on your eyelid, so hella fallout, and we wanna have like our natural face touching that fallout. So for the real life side, I'm using my concealer that I'll be using for my face to prime my eyes, and for the Instagram I'm using my Urban Decay primer potion in Eden because it's super light, and whenever I do a full glam I always like to grab this primer because it stays on forever and it really makes my eyeshadow vibrant, depending on especially if I'm using a lot of light shadows for my transition since I'm a donkey. So yeah. So we're gonna work on the full glam Instagram side because, like I said, a lot of shadows. So I'm going to be working. I got the wrong freaking palette. Give me a sec. I'm going to be. I'm going to be working with my Morphe 35O palette. So for the transition color, I'm going to be using this bad boy right here. Don't mind my nails. I'm gonna get it done on Friday. So. For the high end, the high end. For the full glam Instagram side, I'm going to be doing like a cut crease, so we really want these shadows to pop. And I love Morphe shadows, like they're the best. Look, now I'm gonna apply this mauve red type of shade from the palette, and I'm gonna use the same blending brush I used for the first color. I'm just gonna apply it more into my crease, but still right on top of the first transition, so it can have like a nice gradient, a nice fade. Now I'm gonna be using like more of this warmer brown shade from the palette. I hate when I get my nails stuck to it. And I'm gonna be using a flat shader brush. I love this brush because it's so fluffy. Chelsea, Jesus. Yo, I just woke up, so you know, my voice ain't kicking right. And I love this brush because it goes right into the crease, like no other place, hunty. No other place. Still using the same brush, I'm gonna grab this darker chocolate brown shade from the palette and apply it on the same crease. Let's get it. Now I'm gonna go with this dark chocolate brown from the palette, and I'm using my e.l.f. crease brush. It's really small, and this is what's gonna cut the crease. Now I'm gonna go back with my Urban Decay, and I'm gonna use like this type of brush. It's a flat shader brush. No, flat. It's just a flat brush. I don't even know. And I'm gonna use it, and I'm just gonna cut my crease with these back. Now I'm gonna grab this white shade or cream type of shade from the palette. It's matte, and I'm just gonna apply it on the cut crease lid. For liner, I'm using my NYC liquid liner. It's super black, so that's why I like to use it for like a glam look. And for lashes, I'm going to be using my LA Colors Dramatic Lash in the style Diva. And I got new ones, and hunty, they're dramatic. I don't know. It's like they changed the lashes, or they amped it up a little bit, but it's really dramatic. Time to work on the real life side, and we're still going to use the same palette. And I'm just gonna use the same transition color, but I'm putting less product, so like literally nothing at all. And it's literally when I put less product, it just looks like my skin. And then I'm just gonna jump into this shade and apply it onto my crease by using the flat shader brush. Now I'm gonna grab this nice metallic shimmery shade from the palette, and I'm gonna try to apply it with my fingers because, you know, I just wanted to have that natural look, and applying it with your fingers is bomb. So if I didn't have claws on, it would have worked, but I can try. So of course you want to apply mascara on both of the Instagram and real life side. Now it's time to work on the face, finally. And whether it's full glam, every day, I always go with a Poreless primer. For the Instagram, stop! For the Instagram side, I'm using my Lacome Tint Idole 24-hour makeup. This is full coverage, so I always like to use this whenever I do a full glam of makeup. And for everyday makeup, I like to use my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Plus Smooth in the shade 360. It's winter time, so you know my face tends to get dry. I have oily combination skin, so I always like to use my Dewy Plus Smooth because it gives me a nice luminous look, and I don't get oily during the day that much, so you know. Yeah. So I always like to use a flat top kabuki brush. Don't mind my broken one because it doesn't when you use a beauty blender for like a full coverage makeup, you don't want the product to go away because there's a reason why you're using that full coverage foundation, hunty. So that's a little tip there. Now time for the real life, and I'm gonna use the same flat top kabuki brush. You can use a beauty blender for an everyday real life makeup look, but like I said, when I'm applying my foundation, I always love to use a flat top kabuki brush. As you can see, is a complete difference. This one, you can still see my little beauty mark I have. Usually when I wear this bad boy, I won't see this bad boy. So the coverage is super different. Like as I apply these two foundations, I can really see the difference. Like hopefully it comes off in the camera, but like okay. Concealer, I'm going to be using my Fit Me concealer from Maybelline in the shade Dirty. Ooh. I use this concealer for my full glam or for my everyday because I like this concealer and it's the only concealer I have right now. But yeah, you can go a shade downer if you're my skin tone for the everyday makeup look, but I like my concealer bright. No matter if it's everyday, full glam, I like it bright, so that's what I'm gonna be applying on the Instagram bad boy. I'm gonna be using my beauty blender to I always like to use a beauty blender to blend out my concealer. It's just more easier for me, whether it's an Instagram look, hot glam look, or everyday. As you can see, as I apply the concealer on the everyday side, it's nice and more lighter, and it just gives you a nice glow highlight to it. And then this one, dramatic in your face. Let's go. So for the Instagram side, you always want to contour because in pictures you'll see like them, you'll see that you're cutting them hoes right up. So I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Mahogany. Oh, that's a lot. For the full glass side, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Setting Powder in the banana shade. And for the real life side, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade Medium. This one is more of a natural type of shade. And this one is yellow, so it's going to give your under eyes more of a highlight. So that's why I like to use this for my glam side. Like I said, complete difference with the two powders. if you're my tone or have a yellow undertone, I really recommend using a yellow, like a really yellow powder. Not really yellow, like this one. I love this powder because it's not too yellow. And yeah, so I'm going to use my Faces Cosmetics Dual Powder in the shade NDW00608, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face on the full glass side and on the everyday side, because I love using this powder for everyday, for full glass, because it just really locks in the foundation and all of that. So of course you gotta use it for both ways. So I really pack the powder on the glam side because I want that coverage, like OD. And then for the real life side, I just literally pat it one time with the brush and pat it on my face all over, and then I'll be done. So I'm going to be using my Kleancolor Brow Essential in the shade Auburn for both of my sides for bronzer. Like I said, I love this bad boy, even though it's a brow powder. It's the perfect shade. It is. It really is. So I'm going to be using like this e.l.f. 12 brush from 808 Studio. It's a fluffy brush. So, but it has more density to it. And then for the real life side, I'm going to be using this Bobbi Brow brush. If you have like a more fluffier brush like this, you will see a difference between these two. Not because they're smaller, it's because this one has more density to it and this one is just all out fluffy. So I'm going to use this for the real life side, and I'm going to use this bad boy for the Instagram glam side. So my literally my found ad, and it lost literally half of what I was doing. So we're just gonna recap. For the hot and sad, I use these two shades for highlighter, and for the real life sad, I used this highlighting shade from my Profusion contour palette, and I use my Mild Blue Glitz blush on both of the sides. I just applied a little more so you can really see the blush, and I just gave a nice flush of blush on the real life side. So now time for the lower lashes. I'm gonna go back to my 35O palette and use all the transition shades that I used and apply that on my lower lash line. And I'm gonna grab this nice flat eyeliner brush and use the darkest shade that we use to cut the crease and just apply it right on my waterline area. We're not gonna worry about the lower lash line for the real life side because, you know, for our everyday I hardly even wear eyeshadow though, but I'm just giving you guys like a preference. So I'm just gonna apply mascara on both of the areas. For the Instagram side, I'm going to line my lips with this Rimmel Ester Grade eye definer. I use this to line my lips, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm kind of overlining my lips, just a tad, nothing too crazy. And for lips, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. moisturizing lipstick in the color Ravishing Rose. Ooh. And for the real life side, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. matte velvet matte lipstick in the color blushing brown. It's like the perfect nude shade for me, and I like to wear this every day. Guys, enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give this bad boy a big thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. And follow all my social medias. That'll be down in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You have to subscribe. Like, if you enjoyed this video, if you found this video in your recommendations, you have to subscribe, because I have way more other amazing videos on my channel and to come. Like, the new year, Chelsea's gonna get it. Bye! So, yeah, and see you guys next time, because you already know what type of day it is. It's your girl Chelsea Afia. Peace.